the start of the 6-day race. And of course now for the 10-day runners, having this welcome group of another 35 runners on the course is going to help them and inspire them and hopefully make their journey over the next 6 more days rather, enjoyable and as good as possible. But of course the conditions today aren't so great, and it's going to be raining now for the next maybe day and a half. How you handle that, how you endure these conditions when it's hard enough staying awake and keeping moving, and now trying to stay dry. Well, these are the challenges that the runners have practically every year here. At the same time, it makes them stronger and it makes them focus more on what they have to do. And perhaps each one gets to be their own little Superman. John, how much I like to see you come here with your cooler.
Yeah. Always good.
John, is the weather going to hold up for you? What do you think?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at the forecast.
Does the weather bother you at all? It looks a little rainy today, but is that a problem for you, or?
Shouldn't be a big issue. I wouldn't think so. I don't think it would be a big issue. I mean, on the first day you're strong and nothing bothers you really. Oh boy, kind of glad they changed the course from years ago. It don't look good down there.
John, do you have a goal this year of what would you like to do, or?
Well, I mean, sure. I mean, I'd like to get more than I've ever gotten before, but that would include an age group record. So, because the age group record is 406, so I'm pretty sure if things don't go wrong, I should be able to do that. So, but I'd like to do, last year I was coming off of surgery, so I got over 400 then, so I'm hoping this year I'm in a little better shape. I can do a little better than that.
John, thank you so much. Susan, good morning, and you're going to be busy in a short while. What are you planning on doing?
Running 6 days.
So this is how many years in a row is this?
This is the 4th year.
4th year at 6 days?
Yep.
Susan, it was an interesting experience for you last year.
Yep.
And if you'll politely ask, what did you take away from last year?
Not a lot, but I'm back. So that just goes to show that this race is special. No matter what you go through, you always want to come back to it. So there's sorry?
No. There's always a reason to come back then, something else.
There's always a reason to come back. I mean, whether or not you suffer or whatever you go through or get from it, there's people are only here because they feel it inside themselves that they want to be here, and God knows what that is, but Susan, if they want to be here, is there something they want to accomplish or something to happen, or how do you look at that? I mean, for me, I feel like it's an obedience to my inner will. Like I just want to do this. I want to be here. I want to transcend myself in some way, whether that's through miles or consciousness, or somehow people have experiences here that they can't get anywhere else, and this is why they come here. I mean, I was terrified, but as soon as I saw the course when we were driving up, I felt the sense of gratitude and just the love for the running, and there's just something here that, that all the people here feel it, and that's what we're all here for.
Susan, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Good morning, Nicholas. You're about to start the 6-day run. How come you're doing it? What happened? How did you decide you want to do something so difficult like this?
I just got inspired from within a year ago to look into it.
What is it about running that you like so much? That you want to do it here and do it so long and so far?
Well, I didn't know if I'd like it. I just started training in January, and I ran a lot in San Diego, and my body held up great, and I actually had a great time this last 3 months. So
Training for this race.
yeah, so this is kind of just like the culmination.
What would you like to see happen over the next 6 days? Do you have a goal, a number of miles or experience, or something else?
Yeah, in a perfect world, I'll get 70 miles a day. Or if I don't get 70, then 63. If I don't get 63, then 50 a day.
Moving goals. Is there something inside you'd like to see happen, or like get stronger, or?
Yeah, I definitely want to move as fast as possible, just into my heart, into a happy space inside.
Max, you're doing the 6-day race for the first time. What compelled you to want to do this big job?
Last year I helped a good friend of mine, Ushika, at the 3100 mile race in summer, and I really got inspired. So yeah, and also when you help someone at 3100, you have to also walk a lot of miles. So then I thought, why not to try the next step? What is the 6-day race? So now I'm here. Yeah.
Did you try the 24-hour race as a step in between?
Yeah, I made the 24-hour race in Milan, in Italy, last September, and that was the start of my training.
What did you do? How much did you do in 24 hours?
I did 153 kilometers.
Wow. Max, do you have a goal of something you'd like to accomplish here, or are you going to just wait till the shows up what shows up?
Yeah, inwardly I know that I have a goal, but I don't want to say it outwardly, because then I start to calculate every time. And each lap then I try to figure out how fast I have to go that I get my goal. So I try to give my best and be always in a good consciousness, happy and be here and now. And when I achieve that, then normally something good comes also out of that thing.
Max, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning, Harita. Unfortunately, you're not in the race this year, but you've been here before. How would you describe what it is to be here as a runner in the 6-day race, or the 10-day race for that matter? What's it like, really?
It's pretty hard to describe, I would say, because it's such an experience that's beyond what your mind can comprehend or really explain. So even for me, coming out here as someone who's done this race a few times before, I've done the 6-day race 3 times and the 10-day race once. When I come here and see it, I just feel exhausted just watching the runners. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine that I could have done it, and I can't imagine doing more than this.
Well, you're a big girl and you've graduated to something a little bigger, the 3,100 mile race. Is there any comparison between that and this?
I'm not really sure how to compare them. They're very different, and while the weather is one thing that's different, it's a lot colder here, and that has its advantages and disadvantages. And then this race you can run also 24 hours a day, so people can come and run in the middle of the night, and they have to really figure out their 24-hour schedule. And the 3100 is obviously there's a large amount of miles that you have to do, but at the same time there's a set amount of time to do it in. So I guess there's a lot of similarities when you look at what you're really doing, but each one is really its own world as well.
When it comes to the inner stuff, you know, people take away things that they're unpacked maybe for weeks and days to come. Is there something doing this race, the 6 or 10 day race, that everybody gets and they just maybe don't understand what's happened to them?
Well, everybody gets an experience of going far beyond their capacity, and of really, you see people having such a spiritual experience out here, and everybody takes that away with them, and everybody is changed from it. And when I look at this race and the runners doing it, I guess that I see how much it's really offered to my life over the years in ways that I don't think about consciously, but you just see the depth that people get as the days go by. I was out here the day before yesterday, and even coming out today, when you look at people's faces, you see so much depth and light and clarity that you just don't get in your everyday life.
Howard, thank you so much.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!